Welcome back. I'm Pete, and you're watching the Custom Car Channel. But we're going to work on a Bobcat today, and it's going to be awesome. Since this one's a Silverado, maybe you guys could just call me the Silverado Man. Hey everybody, welcome back. I got a 2008 Polaris Ranger. It's a 700 twin. Yeah, so we're going to do a service on it today. We're going to do as much as we can. I do know some of the stuff about it. And I did pull the seat off to check a spark plug because the customer said he washed it the other day and it was missing. One of the plugs got some water down it. So we're going to change the plugs. I got to order them still. I think they can come today. I think O'Reilly's has some. There's a piece of foam missing out of one of the inlet ducts up here. So I got to order that. And that's about as far as I know. So let's just take a look at everything. And so this one you got to pull up the seat to get to the top of the engine. I don't know a lot about these Rangers, but you know, I got mine and I've been learning. So the seat just pulls up and then I just set it down and then I pulled that plug out for now. But I guess for right now we can go back here. I could try to pull out that air filter. So I just sneak in here like this. This is different than the one I got. It's just right here. We just flip these. Yeah, so this does look really good. I am going to blow it out, so we're not going to need a new air filter. Yeah, it's not dirty at all. Let's put this back in, and you know I'm cheating a little bit. I got her on the hoist. I got her racked up, and we're gonna lift it up to drain the oil. All right, so let's put this back in. Well, it goes right over here. There's that one. There's that one. We just want to make sure that this is all, the gap is all closed up good. Sometimes you can just give her a little wiggle. Alright, so everything at this location right here, that's all we can do. I would like to check the belt. We'll see what we got to do to check that belt. Alright, let's lift it up and see what we got to do to get the oil changed. Yeah, that's more than sturdy. We're good. Alright, I'm not seeing any grease fittings on the front end on this one. Yeah, I don't see any grease fittings on the front end on this one. I do see one problem. I'll show you. So right here I got the hoist on this piece of plastic because I think we're going to have to take this plastic off. I think we can make it work now. That one can stay. Now let's see what we got under here. Well, I better take you guys along. If you can see that, but that front pinion seal is leaking. I don't see any grease fittings on this unit at all. Okay. So we have a differential. We're gonna have to check the fluid in. This model has a transfer case right here. That's separate than the engine, so that's a transfer case. There's one grease fitting on the end of that yoke right there. Is there any on the front yoke? And it's locked in gear. I don't see none though. No, there's not going to be any up there. Alright, so I think we'll go ahead and drop the oil. So, pretty sure I'm right. But anyways, this plug right here is going to be for the engine oil. And it's a 6mm. And that was fairly tight. And I did warm it up. The guy drove it over here this morning, so it's warm. So we'll go ahead and drain that oil. We'll go ahead and loosen up that filter also. So I got this claw filter, and this seems to work pretty good. So on mine, so we'll try it on this one. And the filter is barely even tight. Alright, so we'll go ahead and let that drain for a while. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to order them spark plugs and we'll do that too. So this does have Champion spark plugs and we're going to be switching it to NGK. So I'm going to go ahead and order those. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I made a decision. Polaris has switched their recommendations. This originally came with a 0W40 and then they switched. So now they recommend a 5W50. I did look it up again, and 1356 is a direct cross to the Polaris filter. The Polaris number is 2540086. So we're going to go ahead and use, I got the mobile one, 5W50. So somebody has changed oil on this because the customer originally told me that it would have this filter, actually a Napa Gold, but it doesn't. So let's get this filter on there and the plug back in, and we'll check the fluids and then air up the tires and get it back down on the ground. O'Reilly's bringing me some spark plugs. I don't know when they're coming, but they said they're going to bring them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill this filter right up full. Alright, I think that would be full enough. So I'm just going to take a look up here. Make sure the gasket isn't stuck on there. Make sure anything weird doesn't look weird. So we look all good there. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this filter on there. And that's as tight as I can get it by hand. When I popped the filter on there, some extra oil did come out of the crankcase. So that's okay, we just flushed her out a little bit then. That's tight enough. I think we'll go ahead and give it a spray down. So there we go. So next, let's just start in the front. I've already cleaned out my glove. I was just wearing them from earlier this morning. All right, let's move up to here and see if we can figure out how to check the front diff. Well, there's the drain. She's pretty enclosed. I'm gonna guess the fill's gonna be right in the front. And I don't know how we're gonna get to it. So it looks like the fill is right here. Go straight in that way. And that's impossible to get to. Okay. I can see it when I put my light. Alright, I don't know what kind of drugs people are on. I cannot get to that. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to take off this cover. Alright, let's go over here. So we can check the transfer case. So that is an 8mm. Let me get a fluid chart so we can dip some on. Alright, O'Reilly's just brought me my spark plugs. We're gonna switch to an NGK, and the number is BKR70. It had champions, and the number for that is RC7YC3. We could have put, they had some champions without the little 3 on the end. I guess the 3 has something to do with the gapping. Like maybe 3 means it's a 30,000 gap plug. But NGKs are the upgraded number for this unit, and people, I don't NGKs and champions are both shit, so, but NGK might be a little better than champion, I don't know, probably not. So let me get my fluid chart ready, like I said. Alright, let me get a sample of this fluid. So it is full. Looks like AGL fluid. It is clean. I'll show you here in a second. So AGL is 75.90. That's tight. So here's the little sample, just ever so slightly dark. We're gonna call that good for this round. This one would have called for 80-90 in the rear. It's okay to upgrade any 80-90 with a 75-90. Okay, the rear is also full. I'm not sure. It's probably got, I don't know what fluid, but it's slightly darker. It's still okay. We're going to leave that to you. All right, let's check these tires quick, and then I'm gonna let it down a little bit. We're gonna try to take that side shield off and see if we can sneak in there. So it looks like they're calling for 12 psi on these fronts. Let's see what we got. Got 7.8. There's 12. Maybe he has it set a little lower for a softer ride. I don't know. 8.6 in this one. You guys aren't even watching me. So we got 8.6 in this one. I'll put them at 12. Alright, let's go see what the back ones are supposed to have. PSI max. Let's see what she's got. Can you see that's 9? So 12.2, because when I take that off, now it's 12. Nine 9.9. 12.2. Alright, we just have the front differential to check the fluid condition and level. Then we can pop them spark plugs in, throw in the oil. And I think we could send this guy on his way. Alright, something like that. These look like a 25 Torx. I say looks like, let's try it. Yeah, I think they're 25. Alright, that's still kind of crappy, but I can get to it. So I just grabbed an extension that has the little wobble built into it. And this is like a 9-inch extension. And I can't see. The radiator hose is right in my line of sight. So I can look through the front. Well, either it's not an 8mm or it's really rounded. Yeah, I think it's 8mm. Somebody's tried to get it out before. And they failed. Alright, I got my socket in there. I'm going to get a bigger ratchet. Alright, it wasn't too tight, but it was tight. I imagine we're going to have a hell of a time getting that back in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a screwdriver and I'm going to try to pry that radiator hose a little bit. I think I can stick the... Yeah. Alright, so it's not full enough to spill out. There's the plug. And it's not mangled up too bad. The next difficulty is going to be checking the level and getting something in there to do that. So I just went and got a stiffer wire tie, a long one. And if I look right through the front, I can see it. Alright, that's too stiff. Let me go get a different one. So I just went and got a normal, regular, thin, black one. I think it's full, but I'm not able to get in there to get a good reading yet. I'm trying to stick my head down in here better. It's really in a bad spot. Holy shit. I could just barely get my wire tie in there. Yeah, I'm in the belief that it is clean and full. So what I think I'm going to do... Now let's try this again. Yes, I was able to dip a little fluid that time. Still not enough. Alright guys, so I got just a little bit of the front fluid on there, right up there. So it's clean enough, but I think it is like a 1/4 inch down from the top, which I'm going to call okay because the seal's bad and it's leaking. So I'm sure the guy's going to want to put a new seal on it. So at that time we'll drain it all out and put fresh fluid in it and a new seal. So I'm going to try to put the fill plug back in, and then we got to put all these covers on, and then we can let it down. So I'm just wondering if I could start this by hand, which I was able to. Alright, I believe I have the socket in there. Okay, I did, and I got it tight. I retrieved my socket back. Alright, let's put this cover back in there. let's lift it back up. Let's lift it back up, and then we'll put that cover on. Put spark plugs in, put the oil in, send it on its way. I see why I thought it was a slip in the back. The cover's broken. No big deal. It's held on with like 3.5 million bolts. I got her. So I think I'll just set you guys over here. We're gonna change out them plugs real quick. Alright guys, like I said, I had one of the plugs out. These are gapped at 36, and this one is at, the original is at, I'd say like 37.5 to 38. So I'm just thinking, you know, if we gap them at 35, we'll be fine. Let's see what it is first. So it is 35, that's what we're gonna go with. So let's go ahead and put this in there. So this plug does have a gasket. So there, it just touched. Not quite 3/4. Not quite 3/4. Let me try it with this end. Yeah. So not quite 3/4 of a turn. Now the inside of this spark plug boot is pretty rusted. The customer did say there was some water down in there. There has been. Yeah. That is really bad. So I am going to recommend that we get some new wires. There's another problem. It does not. It does not clip on at all. Yeah, the plugs are okay. It's like the wire needs to be pushed through. I'm gonna see. I just hate to see, but well, instead of seeing, we are gonna have to do something. That wire is so far down in there. See if I can grab it. Oh, it's all busted. Okay. Let's see if that wire comes off on the other side. So it does, but I don't have anything like that. So it is all the way going down there. It's just so rusted that it's bad. We're gonna have to slip a new end on there. I'm gonna have to pull this out of here. Yeah, look at that. So here's the wire. There's nothing left of it. So I'm gonna see what I can find for a new end. And I'm gonna crimp a new end on there for now. But we'll get a set of new wires. I just can't have this in the shop for right now. I got another guy that needs to get in today. And another guy needs to get in tomorrow. Alright guys, I found another wire. This is another wire. I save everything, so this is an old one. And I'm gonna uncrimp this. Probably could have cut that one off, and we're gonna put this end on there. So I did stick a screwdriver in there, right apart a little bit. Now I got this nice little flat blade channel locks. I'm just gonna straighten them out. Alright. So I think what we'll do is we'll just cut this one off. We got plenty of room here. Just like that. Now I think we'll strip this. Not yet, right. We got to put the boot on there. So let's spray a little WD-40 on this. Now the trick is going to be getting this all the way in there to where we need it. It ain't that bad of a trick. Alright, now we want to strip this about a ½ inch and a little bit more. But we want to be careful that we don't cut into that center. Okay, I cut into it perfectly. So now what we'll do is we'll fold this over. And we'll put that fold on the bottom, slide this on. Just like that. And this is a spark plug crimper, but I don't think it works worth a shit. Alright, I'm calling that good. Now we'll pull the wire back through a little bit. I put a little grease on it. So it's fighting me a little bit. I'm going to snap it on. There. I'll slide that down. Alright, one done. Alright, let's pull this other one out, which they got it buried in there. I don't even know if I can do it. They got this hose. I cannot do it. I might have to come to your side. Come on, baby. You can do it. I'm just wondering, this hose. Man, they got that in there. Injector's in there, the fuel line's in there, everything is in there. Get a pliers. I cannot get that off there. I got it. Alright, this side is not rusted. Alright, let's blow that out. It is wet. Alright, let's crack her loose. I'm just going to take that hose off. So I thought. Alright, now we can get in there and crack that loose. And it wasn't very tight. I'm going to blow it off one more time. Alright, let's check the gap on this one. And it's the same as the other one. Like 37.5 to 38. Let's check the gap on the new one. It's 34.5. We gotta widen it out just a little bit. A little too much. There we are, 30. That's too much still. Just a little more. There's 35. There, touched. Yeah, I suppose just about 3/4. Let's give it a little shot. Dielectric grease. There, snapped on. Put this hose back on. Alright, let's put the oil in. On this model, we'll put it right through the dipstick. This holds 2 quarts. So we'll just pour it slow since it's going down the tube. There is one more thing I think we need to do. I would like to take a peek at the belt. When I drove it in here, it felt a little jerky to me. I just would like to look at the condition of the belt. So I think I'm going to try to take a few bolts out of the cover and just see what it looks like. There we go. I think I'm going to pour about half of this in and see what the level is. Alright, that's probably a little more than half. believe we still got some more to go. That's just above the ad. It's going to take the 2 quarts. I do that like that. Alright, let's see. I think we'll lift it up a little bit. Let's see if we can take a look at, you know, sliding that belt cover off just a little bit. It's like a 3/8. Alright. Not sure how this is going to work, but I'll get a 3/8. And we'll just start taking some of these bolts off and seeing if we can pry that back a little bit. That looks like all the easy ones. Let's see if I can pry that out a little bit. I just have a funny feeling that's not going to be enough. Maybe. I'm going to have to move, you guys. I am going to have to take out another bolt. Alright, so if there's a bolt right in here. I got it. Socket on it. This might allow it. I think I need a thumb ratchet. Oh, maybe you call it a palm ratchet, I don't know. This will probably work good enough just to put it back into. And once I get this out, I'm sneaking over the top again. Alright, I seen the belt. It doesn't look bad. It's up on the top of the back pulley, the secondary. So it's up above there about 1/8 of an inch. The belt looks fine to me, so we're going to leave it. I'll put all these bolts back in, and we're going to let her down, check the oil level, and check the lights, and see if everything works. Alright, this bolt is going to be a little trick. I'm going in blind. I don't think I got it. I have it now. I need to switch hands. And then I need to record the mileage and we can go for a little test drive. Alright, there's that one. I dropped one. Always got to drop one, right? Alright, let's put this one in. Down here. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and let her down and check that oil, and let's go on a test drive. Alright, she's just a hair over full, but the filter ain't full. So it's just a little seal glide, and this is a Napa secret. Beautiful. Like butter. Alright, there's one more thing we gotta do. And this thing has a reset for the service. And then I will put a sticker on there. Alright guys, there's a couple things under the hood we're gonna check. This does look like it has a new battery. I already looked at it. So the brake fluid looks excellent. The battery looks excellent. So I guess we're going to check the antifreeze. So it's over here. You can check it here too. Like at the radiator. I'm not worried about it at the radiator. I think there's some in this tank. So it looks like the gasket fell off. Then there's this little cap. And we can stick this down in here. Alright, there's none. There's none in the tank. So it is a little low. It is good on the freeze temp. We'll just have to add a little bit. Okay, I think that's going to be good. I did get a little extra in the tank. That'll be fine because it's not full yet. And I did spill a little bit, so I'm going to get some water. Alright, let's see if we can figure out that damn speedometer. The oil life reset. So I watched a video. It looks pretty complicated. So I think what we'll do. Alright, so you gotta be in neutral. I went too far. Alright, there's 100 hours. You hit the headlight switch. Okay, I think I set it to 100 hours. And then I did fill out an oil change sticker. I'm not sure where we'll put it. This is just soft tack vinyl, so it probably won't stay out anyways. Let's just put it. Let's put it right in the glove box. There we go. Alright, next, we probably should check the lights. So I'm going to put you guys up in front. And then right back there's a mirror, so I'll be able to see them back there. So I think it just has low beams. There's no turn signals. We might have a tail light out. Alright, there's a tail light out. I'm not sure if that's a bulb in there or what. I think it's a Torx. It is. I think it's a 20. But now the bulb come back on. Well, you guys will have to tell me when that happened. So it's this bulb. Just a 194. Let's just put a new one in. There's plenty of grease in there. And this one's better. I think that one, it was a little shiny, like black chrome looking. Plus it was dim. Alright, I think we're ready to go on a ride now. Alright guys, this is going to be the first start, so let's see if it starts. That starts right up. Alright. Oh, I got the brake on still. High is all the way forward. Alright guys, I'm heading back. Alright, let's go check that tail light. But she's on. It's got a little vibration. I don't think that's quite normal. I'm not sure what to say about that, but I got some friends that work on these things, and I just took this video. I don't think that vibration, and that's definitely in the engine, like maybe the primary clutch is out of balance. I don't know. That's all we're doing to it for today. So, all right, there you go, guys. That's servicing your 2008 Polaris Ranger 700 XP. All right, guys, thanks for watching. You can catch me next time.